Okay. Let's take like 9. My last 7 takes have been about 13 minutes long, so we'll do this one quick. Alright. Miss Doris passed away at Woodlawn Care Center last night around 3 a.m. I, Luke, the funeral director here at Parks Funeral Home, made the removal. At that time, I established contact with Miss Barbara, who is Doris's daughter. I set up a time for this morning. They're going to be coming into the funeral home at 10 a.m. However, I'm here in the lobby waiting for them at 9:45 a.m. because families do typically show up pretty early. So yeah, we'll kind of get started here. Hi guys. Hey Barbara, how are you? Yeah, absolutely. Here, no, please welcome on in. Absolutely, please come on in. I don't want to keep you in the entryway for the whole day. Absolutely. Thank you guys for meeting with me today. I do truly appreciate it. I understand kind of had to shift your schedule around to kind of accommodate this meeting, and I do truly appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. So Barbara, I've met you. However, I've not met you quite yet, sir. Jim, very nice to meet you. Hello, how are you? Yeah, no, again, thank you guys for meeting with me this morning. I do truly appreciate it. And I, on behalf of Parks Funeral Home, I wanted to thank you guys because it's allowing your mother to be taken into the care of somebody else is an extremely trusting act. That is, yeah, it's difficult to do. Believe me, I do understand that. But here, believe me, I see that trust, and I just want to let you know that does not go unnoticed. So we are very thankful that you trust in us enough to kind of competently take care of Miss Doris here. Yeah, no, it is not misplaced. I thank you so much. So yeah, no, it's we did have kind of a bit of a late night last night, Miss Barbara. And kind of with that in mind, I know that I definitely need a cup of coffee before we kind of delve into this whole thing. Can I offer you guys? Can I get you a cup of coffee? Perfect, both of you. Okay, perfect. We do also have like these little prepackaged kind of mini muffin things and some fruit. I don't know if you guys are feeling packaged. No, just coffee. Perfect. I'll get to that. Just give me 1 second here. Get your coffee. Perfect. All right. Yes, absolutely, not a problem. So, just to kind of start this off, I actually wanted to open the floor to you guys to see if maybe you had any burning questions that you thought of between, when we last met and now. Yes, Barbara, absolutely. Yeah, no, actually, that's a great question. Death certificates are going to be pretty important, kind of just as far as Miss Doris's estate and kind of anything that is titled in her name. Those death certificates are going to be important for Social Security purposes. Those death certificates are going to be important for, and that's actually a pretty good jumping off point for kind of what I have planned for today. So to begin our actual meeting, I'm going to be gathering a lot of vital statistical information from you. That sounds kind of scary, but really this will take just about 15 minutes, and it's going to be kind of the smallest portion of our meeting today. Essentially what I'll be asking you about is kind of Miss Doris's, just kind of things like her maiden name, her hometown, her social security number. Yeah, exactly. Just that kind of general information. So, and again, it's only going to take 10 to 15 minutes to really gather that from you, but that vital statistical information is going to be what is on the death certificate. Okay? Yep. So, yes, as soon as our meeting is done here today, what I'll do with that statistical information, I'll enter it into the state's system, and pretty immediately they'll kind of start working on her death certificate. Yep. So you shouldn't need them before the funeral, and ideal situation, I'll be giving those death certificates back to you at the funeral. And in the future, they'll be important for, again, things kind of like businesses and just anything that's kind of titled in her name. And whoever will ask you for it is really just going to need a copy. So it's a good idea for you to retain one hard copy, like from the state. And if anybody asks for that, then they're just going to want a photocopy. They're not going to want an actual physical copy. Yeah, no, that's an excellent question. It's important. So yeah, as I said, the vital statistical information will kind of really be the smallest portion of our meeting today. The rest of our meeting today is going to be kind of figuring out how exactly you want to honor your mother's life, Miss Barbara. And I understand. Yep, that's a big question. It is. It truly is. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of we'll really more just be having a conversation kind of about who she was as a person. I understand she was a pediatric nurse for about 30 years, and yeah, no, that takes a special personality. That's truly a calling. I did some hospital work myself in pediatrics. Is by far the most difficult. So no, for 30 years, that does truly take a special person. Seriously, yeah, and we want to reflect that vibrant life that she lived, and we want to honor it in this whole process, and that's very important to us. And we want this to be exactly what she would have wanted it to be. You know, exactly. So really, there are going to be merchandising things to pick out, like what kind of casket and what kind of flowers and that sort of thing. But really, what I want you guys focused on is kind of how do we honor the life of Doris, and kind of what would she have wanted exactly. And Barbara, I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to speak a little bit about this before. It is a taboo subject, but yeah. Okay, perfect, good. No, I'm glad you guys had the conversation. So many families don't want to talk about it, and it just kind of leaves people in the dark after it happens. So no, it's good that you guys had a discussion. That's perfect. So yeah, absolutely. If you wanted a full funeral and burial, then that's absolutely what we'll do. That's perfect. No, so that's an excellent start. That is a perfect start. We're on a good foot. However, we do have quite a few details to kind of iron out with all that, and this is going to be a bit of a lengthy meeting, probably a couple hours in length. Yeah. So yeah, no, we're not going to be meeting out here. We are going to be meeting just down the hall in my office here. However, prior to that, I just want to make sure restrooms are going to be just down the hall this way. And absolutely, you can take your coffee on in. That's perfectly fine. And if you want some mini muffins at any point, just let me know. If you guys want to take a break and just kind of stretch your legs, get the blood clots out of there, just let me know. That's absolutely perfectly fine. Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys are all ready, then all right, perfect. Then I'll have you follow me on down this way. We'll get started, okay? All right, thank you guys.